Hello, lovely people. Welcome to this 10-minute meditation. So, this week, as part of our Mindfulness Month, Menopause Awareness Month, we're talking about the importance of mindfulness. And this is so important for women at this stage of their lives during perimenopause and menopause, because let's face it, life gets really, really hectic. We have lots of pressures on us. And when we don't take time to recalibrate the brain, take a little bit of a pause, it can be hard to function from a place of emotional regulation, from a place of calm. And when we do take time to meditate or be mindful, we can really, really take a step back and increase more awareness, which is what we're trying to do as part of this whole month of events. So, the first step is really to build that awareness, and part of that involves connecting in with yourself regularly through some kind of mindful practice. So today I'm going to talk to you a bit about the benefits of meditation and mindfulness. I'm going to share a quote with you which sums things up in terms of its importance. And then we're going to go through a short practice together, which will last up to about 10 minutes. And we're going to use the medium of the breath. We're going to use scanning the body to sort of relax. And we're also going to do some grounding. And each morning, there's 4 mornings when I'm doing this. So we're going to do this morning and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you'll find the videos here on YouTube or wherever. And each practice will be a little bit different, but it will just help you to start the momentum. So if anything, above anything else that I'm teaching you throughout this monthly program, if you can just create this 10 minutes, your life will dramatically change. So sometimes we just need to take that pause because we're often in autopilot, and it can be hard to become conscious really of how things are going. So there's a quote from Blaise Pascal which says basically that most of men's problems, or we should say women's and men's problems, stem from the fact that they're unable to sit still in a room. So sometimes we can resist having this peace, but we know that if we are always like this and tense and in that stress response of flight, fight, or freeze, it means that our logical brain shuts down and we're not operating from a place of calm. So what mindfulness and meditation does is it helps you tap into the parasympathetic system, which is your rest and digest system, which allows everything to recalibrate. And we were not destined to spend too much time in that flight, fight, or freeze, which unfortunately is what the modern world's about. It was these two systems, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic. So the sympathetic is that flight, fight, and freeze. The parasympathetic is that rest and digest. We were supposed to have both these systems operating together, so not to be always tense. We were supposed to relax and relieve any stress and pressure, rather than just keep going on that hamster wheel. So mindfulness, meditation is obviously very beneficial. It can improve concentration, help you be more emotionally regulated, help you tap into your prefrontal cortex, which is your logical part of your brain, see patterns, build awareness. It's also can have an impact on your immune system and your general stress levels. And we know that we have an increase of cortisol during this time of a woman's life. So really, really important to take some time out. So let's start a practice today. So what I sometimes do is I like to create rituals around my practice. So I've got some oil here, which has been bespokely made by Luna Rose. I'm going to just drop a couple of little droplets on my hands, and these kind of little anchors can help us to settle in. So you might want to create a nice space. I've got a lava lamp here. I've got like a Buddha. I've got lots of things set up. So if you can find a nice space to do your meditation, even more better, because routine's one thing, but when you create a little ritual and make yourself feel special, you're more likely to do it on a more regular basis. Okay, so we'll do a little shake out first of all, just to get out any excess energy, bit of a pattern interrupt from NLP, shake it out, and then get ready to just settle in. So what you're going to do is hopefully you'll be in a nice supportive chair with a nice straight spine. You're going to let that chair support you. So keep your spine nice and upright so that you're alert but relaxed. And then if you haven't already done so, I just want you to start to close down the eyes and just come into your space. And what we'll do is a little bit of body awareness initially, because what we find is that we say that thing, sometimes we go through the days and our feet don't even touch the ground. So part of what we're doing in a meditation practice is grounding back into our bodies. We can often become quite disassociated from our bodies. So we'll connect back in with ourselves. Feel, importantly, the feet on the floor. So that can be very grounding. So really feel the connection of your feet with the floor. Feel the weight of your sit bones on the chair. Feel the weight of your back against the chair and just come into your body. And just make the intention now just to take this time. Whatever you need to do after this session is still going to be there, but you're just going to take a little bit of time just to devote to yourself and tap into your internal world. And if you can't find 10 minutes, then that is slightly worrying when in a world of chaos. Okay, so we're just going to start then to ground into the body. And what we'll do is we're going to bring up some energy through our feet, and we're going to start to relax the physical body, and then we'll do a little bit of breath awareness. Okay, so I just want you to bring your attention to the soles of your feet, and just imagine that you're bringing up some energy from the soles of the feet, and that energy is coming up through the shins, all the way up the legs. So nice grounding energy, just physically relaxing your body, coming up through the ankles, the shins, the knees, up towards the thighs. And just feeling that grounding sensation as you sit in your chair, so relax through the hips and the sit bones. And then that grounding energy is moving up around your abdominal area, the lower part of the belly and the upper part of the belly, and merging up into your heart space and relaxing you across your chest. And at the same time moving up through the lower back and all the way up each vertebrae of your spine, and that nice soothing grounding energy of drawing up from the earth is moving up to the backs of the shoulders, all the way up to the neck, and then into the muscles of the face, relaxing the tongue and the mouth, relaxing the jaw where we sometimes hold tension, and up into the muscles of the face. You can even relax the little muscles at the side of your mouth, sides of the eyes, allowing those eyelids to become heavy, all the way up to the forehead and up to the crown of your head. So that grounding energy moving all the way up towards the crown of the head. And then just picture your body as a whole, just relaxing, giving yourself permission to relax. And then just scanning back down all the way from the crown to the feet slowly, and just noticing if there's any pockets of tension that still remain. Just with awareness, not judgment. If you notice anything, just invite that part of the body to also relax. So I've tuned into our body now. And we are now going to tune into our breath. So the breath is the quickest way to change our physiology. Now, unfortunately, in Western culture, we tend to breathe and it reflects how we are often rushing around. So we find that we breathe shallow. But if you watch a baby breathe when it's born, it breathes deeply and into the belly. And that's what we're looking to do now with a few breaths to ground us even further. So what I'm going to invite you to do is place one hand on your belly now, one hand on your chest so that you can feel the movement of breath. And we'll do a 3-part breath now. So I'll get you to inhale through your nose. I'll just explain it first and then we'll do it 3 times together. So you're going to inhale through your nose and you're going to feel the rise of the belly as you breathe into your belly, your rib cage and your chest for about a count of 4 through the nose. Then you're going to hold your breath for a count of 2, and then you're going to breathe out a big breath to release, which is where we get most of the relaxation in the exhale. We're going to breathe out for a count of 6, and I want you to imagine that you're releasing any tension out on that exhale. So really breathing deep. This is called the 3-part breath. So breathe into the belly, the rib cage, the chest, and back down, chest, rib cage, belly. Okay, so let's do round 1. Breathe in through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. And then breathe out as if you're blowing out candles on a birthday cake for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And don't worry if you don't do the whole 6 count. As you practice, it will become easier. Let's do another round. So we're going to inhale through the nose, fill up the belly, the rib cage and the chest. Hold our breath and then let it all go. Let all that physical tension go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just notice how nice it is to just slow everything down. So the body breathes for us. How magical is that? But it's one of the few automatic systems within the body that we can actually tap into and use for calming and centering ourselves. So last breath now. Breathe in through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath and then big release. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now you can just feel the energy that you've created through the breath. You might want to put your hands on your knees and just relax the hands on the knees now, just grounding down, so palms facing down, so symbolizes want to just ground a little bit. And as you sit in this more relaxed state, I just want you to think, because this is a great opportunity now, if you do this meditation at the start of the day, to reset the tone for the rest of the day. So just think to yourself now, as you're in that more relaxed state, how do I want to show up today? How do I want to feel today? And remember that what we focus on, we get more of. And so if we start our day with this focus and bringing in that intention, it really sets the tone for the rest of the day. Do you want to be rushing around, operating 100 miles an hour? Or do you want to do things with more grace and ease? So just tapping into that now. And then we'll just take one more breath in, hold at the top, and then a big sigh to release. And then we're just gonna shake our hands again. We might want to do a little bit of a stretch. Oh, that feels good. Side to side. And we're back in the room. So I hope you've enjoyed that meditation. I've got 3 more days of meditation to come. And really, this is an important practice to take time out in a busy modern world to allow yourself to tap back into your own internal mechanisms, to tune in with your body. And I promise you that if you make this a regular practice, you'll really, really see the benefits. So sometimes it's underestimated how many benefits there are from just taking a pause through your day. Now, if you want to work with me in more detail, I do run 3 events where you can go deeper into meditation and mindfulness. So I run a weekly yoga class Thursdays, Wokingham, Wheatfield School. So we use essential oils as part of this, and we do breath work, we do relaxation, as well as the physical practice of yoga, which is absolutely beneficial during perimenopause and menopause. I also have a monthly sound bath experience where we do 20 minutes or 15 minutes of breath work to music. We also do some relaxing chilled yoga postures with props, and we have an amazing sound bath, and we even get to experience my yummy chocolates at the end and have a little bit of a circle. So you can join that on the last Friday of every month. And then finally, we have a quarterly retreat. So I don't run these too regularly because obviously I have lots of commitments, but I run a quarterly retreat for 12 women, 4 hours with me. So imagine what you get done in 10 minutes, imagine 4 hours. We're going to be doing one on World Menopause Day, which is Saturday the 18th of October. We're doing a cacao ceremony, we're doing some yoga, we're doing all sorts of stuff, pampering treatments, massage, and it's going to be an amazing day, and you're going to literally leave floating on air. So if you want to join that, then just message me and I can get you on. We've only got like 2 or 3 spaces left. Really popular, so make sure that you sign up. But for now, have an amazing day. I will speak to you soon, and I hope you've enjoyed that meditation session. Take care. Bye.